Hi, welcome to another video. I normally post on a Sunday regularly, but yesterday kind of ran away with us between various different things that were going on, Daddy being home. So what I did was I recorded my resources and how I've planned the next 3 projects, which will take us through at least the next 4 weeks. The religion one is very, very basic and vague, and yesterday Rosie built a church out of Duplo bricks with Daddy for her Disney princesses. Today for Judaism we read a little bit of the Old Testament and said some prayers, and we're going to look at, we read about Hinduism, Hinduism today, and I'm going to get Rosie to draw some pictures if she wants to when she gets home of gods with more than one limb sort of thing. Just try and get the names to stick with what symbol it is. So if she sees a many-armed person for Hinduism, she knows it's Hindu. So yeah, that is just the general thing. All I want her to do is to understand people have more than one faith. So the learning outcomes for the religion one is understand that people believe different things about how the world was created. People believe different things about how many gods or what god there is and what the god expects of us, sort of thing. I just want her to realise that there's not just a tunnel vision of one view of the world just because she was born into Western society, into what would traditionally be a Christian or a Catholic upbringing. So yeah, I just want her to know that there's a broad range of people with a broad range of beliefs out there. But for now, let's get into the video with me showing you the resources I have for our Christianity on the farm and Science Week. Okay, so today's video is going to be my resources for our next 3 projects, mostly anyway. I'm sure I probably missed something. The school I work in has a big poster on different religions. Now, we're not a very well-off family to be able to afford all of the resources all of the time, so I just took some pictures and then drew my best, because I'm not going to use these for like public use or anything for this. These are simply for Rosie. So she's got Christianity, Taoism, come back to that one, Shinto, Islam, Hinduism, Sikhism, and I'm missing my Buddhism. And I'm sure there's another one. I don't know where it's gone. There are a couple more, but I think I must have left downstairs. And then this is a oh no, they're on the back. Judaism. Dozy me. Buddhism. There's blank. That's it. And then this is a festival. This is a festival calendar. So what happens in January, February, for what faith down the side. And we're just going to go over this week. We're not going to go into too much depth of anything really. We're just going to read through a sheet. So today we just read through the Christianity one of where it originated, the founder, how many followers, and generally what Christians do. And if I was feeling better and we didn't need to go back out to the supermarket, I probably would have taken her to a church service to see Christianity in action in a church. Christianity should be every day. Through deeds and everything, not just Sunday. That's partly why we don't go anymore. Then our next project is going to be on the farm. So I have this, I think this was Aldi. I have this Old MacDonald Had a Farm puzzle book. So she's got some songs to sing, and she's got some counting to do, some puzzles to do. So she's got this lovely puzzle book to do. Then she's got, like the builder one, she's got this farmer book where she pops out all of these, and then they have specific places to go throughout the book as she reads the story. Now, my resources, these are the ones I haven't quite finished yet. My resources, I'm going to have to show you the hen coop when I go back downstairs, because I'm presently upstairs. So these things are going to go on top of jars or cans. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in a sensory tray of like bird feed or something. And I'm going to tell her, right, the sheep wants to eat 5 mouthfuls. So she's going to have to scoop 5. So she's going to have to count whilst using motor skills and fine motor skills to actually pour it into their mouth, into the jar. So that's what these are for. She's got like a cow, a chicken, a sheep and a horse to feed them. And once it's in action, I always do another video in action then. That's just my planning Pinterest. I'd go through Pinterest and go, right, I like that idea, and I just vaguely draw what the sheet is or whatever it is. This one is match the shapes. Yeah, in the bottom down there. Nope, that's a duck. So each of the shapes is an animal as well. So she's got to put the star chicken, and I think the oval's a pig. So they're animal related and shape related for the farm in the barn. And then she's got this sheet where she's going to put the letters on top. She's going to spell pig. She's going to spell hen. She's going to copy the letters on top. She's going to tell me which one's bigger and smaller. The concepts are bigger and smaller. We're going to have a brief look at the life cycle of a chicken. I don't know where these are coming from. Where are these coming from? Oh, I know. Farm patterns. So that's what the duck's for. So the duck is for chick, horse, duck, chick, horse, duck. So you can tell my husband helped me with these because they're not the same shape as what the sheet they were on. He just randomly cut them out. So yeah, that's patterns on the farm. Then she's got a word sheet, so I just quickly drew her this farm scene picture and put words on it so that Rosie can see all the various words that are related to a farm. Then this came out of an old, this isn't a puzzle, it came out of an old book my mum gave me, so I'll pop it out nearer the time, but it's a puzzle. This is going to be a wash the pig exercise, so I'm going to put dry white pen all over it, and Rosie's going to...
Set me free, please, Mum.
Not yet, baby, hang on. She's in her room, set her free. So she's going to wash the pig. Then this is all the things that grow underground, on the ground, in the bush and in the tree. This is a sheet I made a while ago. Give me 2 minutes, Babs. This is match the mummies with the babies, or the parent with the baby. This is an old sheet for her, and then this is a counting sheet, on the farm counting sheet for Rosie Bear. These animals that I've made, these are going to be stuck to toilet rolls, and then she's going to play some farm bowling. So she's going to have, she asked to play upstairs, now she's moaning. So she's got 5, there's one more in there. So she'll throw a ball, it's coordination, throwing a ball at 5 toilet rolls. These will be pintos, so she's trying to knock down all the farm animals. We have a chicken coop downstairs, and we have a stable downstairs that I've drawn out for her that she's going to be able to like fuss the horses and check for chicken eggs each morning. And if you want to know how I'm going to do that the vegan way, then when we do that day of chickens, you want to tune in of how I'm going to do this. Okay, the following week is going to be science. So this is all I have for science so far, because I need to find kid-friendly experiments. So I'm on Pinterest as well. So I've got this Usborne 100 science experiments that I'll go through, and then I'll put a tab in the pages that I think we should do. I've got the Usborne science experiments with air, science experiment with light and mirrors, science experiment with magnets. I bought this set off someone off eBay for like £3 or something. It's a really, really good set because there's loads more in the cupboard. And then just to make it feel a bit more scientific, we're going to use this when it comes to mixing different things as well, so Rosie can have a go with this. This was Flying Tiger. I don't know if that's local to just Wales or whether you have them in England as well, but Flying Tiger for the kit. But this is what I have so far, along with Pinterest boards pinned with ideas. The other farm thing I've got here, sorry to go back to it, is the messy pig was meant to be this. So these are going to get cut out, and then I'm going to cover up the word with dry wipe, and then Rosie has to clean the pig and then identify the sight word. So she's got a few sight words there, and my pink pen ran out. And then this one is sizes, so she's got to be able to match. So there's 3 size pigs, 3 size sties, 2 size stables, 2 size horses. So she's got to match the right sized animal into the right sized home. You can always tell if I've done a sheet because they look handmade. I don't pretend otherwise. So I hope that's useful to anyone who's wondering, like, how do I plan on my resources and stuff. In that week off that we have in between projects and stuff, I kind of think to myself, right, what do I want Rosie to get out of it? So I sit down and I write out learning outcomes. So for on the farm, for example, I want Rosie to have a general idea of how a farm works. I want Rosie to understand what animals are normally found on a farm. I want her to understand what grows on a farm, or whether it's on a tree, a bush, underground, or up through the ground. So, for example, potatoes are underground, but peas grow up out of the ground. Blueberries on a bush, and then like lemons or oranges on a tree. I want her to understand all that. I want her to start getting into a routine of day on the life on the farm. So what we'll end up doing is Rosie will get up straight away. She will go and feed all of the animals. She will check for chicken eggs. She'll go and fuss and groom the horses, and stuff like that. The only thing we're not going to do, because we're vegan, is milk the cows. And if you're vegan, you know why. The mother cow is feeding her baby cow if she's producing milk, so we have no need to milk her unless she's very, very uncomfortable. But I don't want to get into the vegan side of it. In this video, this is simply prep work and my resources so far. And I'm sure we'll go and visit a farm as well. So, anyone wondering how I plan... I mean, this is just 3 projects. So, this is 4 weeks worth. Which means I still have a 1 week or a 2 week project left to do. We're considering either jungle, or if we do a 1 week one, I might follow the science week with weather. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I've got 4 weeks planned, and for me that's enough. And even if we have a week off after that while I rejiggle and think, that's what's nice about homeschooling, is it's very relaxed and there's no schedule, there's no worry about, oh, we've got to be doing something now. It's just a case of, okay, well, I'll let Rosie pick. If Rosie's interested in something, then we'll do something. If not, I'll let her have a child-led week, which is, it generally tends to be a week off if it's a child-led week. So yeah, I hope this helps. If anyone is interested in my resources, I am on Teachers Pay Teachers, but I haven't put anything on there yet, so I'm happy to try and work out how to scan things into the computer and see if I can put them online so people can actually have a few freebies and then purchase some, because obviously we all need to make some money. So yeah, I hope this is useful to someone. For now, please like and subscribe if it is, and it's ta-ta from me and ta-ta from the Rosie Bear.